Bore da pawb. Croeso I sgwrs I bore yma yn Eisteddfod, Hawdeidrwy ffringi sy'n tackle poverty across Wales. Hoffwn diolch I chi gyd am ffenco sesiwn hon i'n endwig y gina yn y bore. Fi enw yw'r sy'n, ac lwng y gweithio a polisi'n practis yn Cymru. Bwydd rhaid siaradfa sydd wedi recordio rannu ei ni yn anama a ni. Roeddwn I eisiau dechrau gwy dreid y celedig amdaf fi hi'n ffam loedi I yma I siarad fi heddi. Symadi I Gymru I clanedd. Bycanlu fi eisteddfod gyntaf yn Mhocedi blwydd fe loen yn byw. Flodyn yn oel, dycanis gysgu Cymraeg. Mae'n soli gen I nawr ymhelu gan y gynlyniadau roeddwn yn gwneud. Dyna amser pilaf roed I wedi trilach yn goesdep yn y Gymraeg. Bod Duolingo a miliad un wedi bon yn leith. Dydyn nhw ddim yn dysgu clawr, ond hoen reddi dynaid heddi. Mae policy in practice yn gymni ddefnyddio data, roeddym yn arbeidio yn ei system fydd-daliadau ac yn gweithio dros system symlach a tiach. Mae clawr o'n hamegliochion, that's not right, wedi cael ei gweithio gan Llywodraeth Cymru. Bydd Zoe a Lori a tîm y chwil naw o gwneud mwy roethau ci am gwaith fi.
Bore da, Zoe Charles was doing. I've led on numerous pieces of research for policy and practice in Wales, and these have been for the Welsh Government, local authorities, and for first sector organisations like the Bevan Foundation. Quite a variety of pieces of work. I think the one thing they have in common is that they are all achieving practical outcomes, and that aligns very much with what we do at Policy and Practice. Some pieces I wanted to just highlight. A couple of years ago, we did an evaluation of some council tax interventions that have been introduced by the previous Welsh Government. These were including the introduction of standardised severe mental impairment, the collection protocol for Wales, the end of imprisonment, and all these interventions introduced by the government were to make council tax fairer across Wales. And the government committed to having an evaluation, and that involved us talking to a lot of the local authorities, interviewing a lot of clients of local authorities, and making a decision on the impact of these interventions and coming up with some policy recommendations on how the Welsh Government could take it further. Another piece of work I've been recently involved in is working with the Bevan Foundation to look at the impacts of disability reform across Wales, particularly on poverty, and not just breadth of poverty, but also depth of poverty. In addition to that, we looked at 6 major anti-poverty interventions and looked at the impact these would have in Wales. Again, both breadth and depth, and the ease of introduction. And that involved working with the Bevan Foundation, as well as some of their funders, such as Housing Cymru and TUC Wales. And as I said, the one thing that draws all these things together is this need for practical measures to make lives better for residents in Wales, and that aligns very much with the work we do at Policy and Practice to do with practical outcomes.
Bore da, Rory. I am one of the senior policy and data analysts here at Policy and Practice. I joined Policy and Practice about 3 years ago, and after a few years working as assistant advice and at a housing association. I work primarily behind the background, helping LIFT to identify rules-specific relegate, supporting improvement of the tool and keeping it stable with all the electoral policies. I work on any sort of the ad hoc analysis or reports that you have behind the scenes. So I've seen firsthand how local authority can use it to support households, maximising funds and avoid debts and things like that. It's great to see all of the left progressive and wild shooting myths and comments still that support this.
Felly, beth yw problem tlodi yma yn Cymru? Sut olg sydd a ni beth yw ahasion? Mae y laffydd honno'n yn amblad gloichen sy'n cael trodaeth. Roedd hwn sydd byw yn darnog cyfflog i darnog cyfflog noenwaith. Roedd hwn sydd cael benthyciad dywod cyfflog. Roedd yn siopa gyda carten afael pwyni naw a taliafol. Roedd ni bil a un ffordd a roen sy'n ddefnyddio bankboed. Roedd yn anfod tacloedd sy'n mynd i traflaeth i gaeth loeno graffaeth y bwyta. Ond nid oes gan dlodi aflyn y doni'r tŷ, ac ni ac neb wel aflu floen yn hawlio cwmwch y caidiau. Y cweldau 2 wylion o bwynedd o gylchraeth heb o'n hawlio yn Nghymru. Gaidydd i hynny sobiol i maen 2 wylion o bwynedd. Nid yw nag, nid cant i bobl sy'n gymlau sy'n gaffa tanfiau cynmathasol. Goth nid gael ei byr, dŵr a broadband, a deliad gan adolpa yn y hawlio. Heb eu hawlion pensiwn credit a dros 100 miliwn o bonydd. Coffodd gotha didail 135 miliwn a bonydd. Pan ffydd pobl a cael ei galian yn gybolaidd mae'n non-gymlys, e gael e Gymru a wasathau, mae gymhedd yn llai 3-3-1. Yn smail, o cawn a 2 wylion o bonydd haid yma mochri pobl yn yma yn Gymru. Yn y bethau abod 2 biliwn a bonydd fflygfein a glasnau cwythnos. E hydd i swen, e o'i ffreth ni boen a'i cael e alian gyfnod y Clydain. Mwy alian y Gymru, alian y Clydain y Gymru. Mae y map yn dangos di gyfraid tlodi y cled y de. Dim ond gogledd didlaen Cloegr, swydd a clodwaid tlodi sy'n pystrai y Cymru. Beth yw'r esmau pam fod tlodi mor uchel ac ar dros 4 Gymru? Mae tlodi yn uchel yn Gymru. Pa fath o gyfdechrau? Cymru swydd a clethrau ochledd a dlodi moyn gwaith yn de. Cymru swydd a clothgau unaf yn e de. Moyn sawl rhan o Gymru, mae'n pobl yn cael o troli y ffordd y laeth a cyflog da a gia moyn dinaso 9 dros mwy. A al yn aml y waith at draenio ychmed y clwyd. Dangosau, uniwsiaeth a gathiau a disability benefit fod lethal uchel o achlymredd yn Nghymru. Yn endelig yn e de o filiau thanne. Cwmni Swyd a ganhan ochledd yn anfandraeth e comniad yn e de. Mae dros cwota y lai o aldran gweithio allan o waith, ac mae mynffaith wedi dosbarth fel anabal, nid yn ddiwaith. Fodd bynthag, mae chleflau o cael o diweitha hefyd, a ffrinda taith sy'n gweithio prynsau let effenni. E bod letni yn gyntafnol fel canran a incwm is nad yn Lloegr. Mae sy'n bodgoniad sy'n benwi a Cardydd, mae gan bob yn rhaid o cael iawn. Am 4 blaen a 10 bwynta, mae chlededau Cymru wedi cael yn tlwy ffwy nag only rhag o ddie, o mai no gwerthed datalogen eraill. Yn wagno y Alban, nid yw'r Cymru wedi'u yn daffiau y ali'r mynd effael a hol ffactriau sy'n achosi tlodi, ond mai wedi goffad wynebu costau petio a delio a thlodi. Fel gyda NHS, datagonau, adfed a goffal cymestediol. Rwy'n siarad yma yn bennaf yn problemau. Mae pentach yn gelia yn gwneud ac sy'n cael gwneud. Mae Cymru yn flaen o ran cefnogi alchnedd incwm isel a gorau i wneud, gan gnes drwy gael eu pobl siarad.
Bore da, Llywodraeth. Bore da, ddefnyddio. Bore da, ledled. We are the marketing team here at Policy and Practice, and we work for our partner clients and our service managers to spread the word about the amazing work that's being done across Wales.
Last year, alongside the cael, we highlighted the importance of claiming pension credit, and that was actually covered in BBC Wales, and that which led to a huge increase in pension credit claims, as well as the children's eligibility.
We know that by shouting about the work that's being done, making more people aware of the two benefit kinds and unclaimed benefits in Wales, how to claim them, and removing the stigma from cael, the more we have a positive outcome for the residents of Wales.
Felly beth achryn ni ar wneud? Sydd achryn ni atal lot diffa bunediau pobl sy'n eu clywed hyn anodd. Sydd achryn ni atal i clic, tlodi i gwetha bindiau Llywodraeth Cymru. Mis oed rhaid i tlodi benni siadau.
Bore cael, I'm Head of Plant Services at Policy and Practice, and I work across our strategic partnerships and work with local authorities across the UK, including in London and Wales, where we run big strategic regional projects across those areas. Specifically on the Welsh project, I've been working with local authorities across Wales to onboard them, engage with them on their data and set up their dashboard for the first time, including running the first campaigns that they'll be engaging with residents on. Across the last 3 years, I've been working on regional projects in a number of areas, including partnerships we've had in London to run the take-up campaigns across that region. I'm really excited to translate the same approach across Wales to deliver the same kind of results for residents in Wales as well.
Bore Rowan Ymunwch Cymru. I'm the Kind Services Manager at Policy and Practice looking after Wales, and I was brought back into the team here in April with the intention of supporting all the Welsh local authorities in using Lyft, or the lower income family tracker as it's also called. So for anyone who doesn't know already, Lyft is an online dashboard that allows councils to tackle poverty in their local area using data. And with Lyft, councils can basically give this targeted and really holistic support to residents. For example, those who might be missing out on benefits like some pension credit or attendance allowance or personal independence payment, for instance. Or it may be things like free school meals and free childcare amongst a number of other different benefits in the platform. And just from working with Wales in the first few weeks, I think I've been really blown away by the enthusiasm thing, and, just the range of campaigns that are coming out of Welsh local authorities. So councils are tackling things like child poverty, they're tackling homelessness, unemployment, the cost of living, the list really does go on. And really I just see my role as being able to sort of facilitate those campaigns and help you to just make these campaigns go as smoothly as possible and help the largest number of residents in Wales as possible too. I can also supply you with analysis on the impact of the letters and the emails from our data team. And it's just been great to see how collaborative working with Wales has been so far. I think everybody's been great at sort of sharing campaign ideas and things like letter templates across the group, which really helps sort of streamline just how easy it is to run these campaigns and really make an impact on residents' lives. So yeah, it's great to meet everyone. For everyone who I haven't met, I look forward to working with you. And please reach out if you ever have any questions for me. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.
Fel drwyno gwneud Zoe yn gynlath mae Llywodraeth Cymru wedi gweithio ers 3 chwilio a atebion rhagweithiol o ffyn a'i fflerau personol ac fel fodd a al-ymffoi o roi'r gael lydan. I clwyned cwmfam a Jane Cut, a noetha ysgwydion elaeth a treffodd sut I gallen ddefnyddiau data I wella canolbwyntio a eithwaith a I helpu I fynd I afael a thlodi. Roeddwn ni eisos yn gweithio gyda castell Talbot, ond roeddwn yn waith I fi mond pan gortan Llywodraeth Cymru I draeth Cynghorau a drws 40 a chynghorau yn Cymru. I nodi allwedd sy'n ei cael, nid adodd ei canolbwyntio well I gweithio I darparu atebion hydymor. A hyn o blid, yn Sir Benfro, Castell Talbot, Penny Bont, Londa Gynon Taff, Castell Blaen a Gwent, Tolbaen, Zerbenwi, Powys, Conwy, Gwynedd, Seri Flint a Seri Dinblech, ac yma yn Wrexham, roeddym yn gweithio gyda Cymru, yn gweithio elesnau a clyddion a ffeila canlyniadau. Dyma'r prospect cyntaf o'r ffaith lle mae Llywodraeth genedlaethol wedi arian a'i clefnogau laeth a hun, ddefnyddiau data a cles. Roedd yn naw yn nodi ble mae allwedd yn ei cael unod. Clemaen nhw'n coli bodbion. Clemaen nhw'n cael eu haithio don gwygliau. Clegiliau yn helpu I thingraid ei gwaith. Clemaen neu maen tlodi boed a Franciaid. Clena achiad ffroddiau tlodi gynnys bynlaen. Mae hyn yn helpu chynghorau ac effeithiau cwmlodd I gynnau comfort wedi yn troi. I wella canlyniadau. Ddefnyddio adnodau a chronffiaeth cydmeddiad sydd ganfeg ni mewn ffordd fi targedu. I wneud I linta o clai canlyniadau cymhorau. Atal a Franfig, atol digfrantheth.
Well, a year ago, we haven't caused about this kind of it. I have to say that this is something where we've learned not just from the policy practice original paper with support from the Foundation. I met with policy in practice more than once, particularly after we understood that Talbot was making progress with bringing in policy practice to love with their pension figures and safeguard. As a result of that, we tried up some funding at the ledled to pay this divided stats, and it is a blend what it will do is enable the person to their death barriers entirely to a range of financial support, including all mixed asset dynamically benefits, better universal wedi'u benefits, skills at the broadcast technology helping healthcare costs. We've actually got 12 who can freelance that they want to add to this pilot, but also 2 others are already working in policy practice. There's a lot of interest in the policy practice
we have put some that very big take pension credit. So I think we are taking great strides. In fact, we have got the Policy Practice Director and founder said we're delighted to partner with Welsh Government and local authorities to keep got £2 billion of unclaimed benefits stored into the buckets of people in Wales. That's a statement from the Director of Policy in Practice. I just want to finally say that we are working closely with the UK Government.
Mae cael yours wedi helpu miliod o bobl Llywodraeth Cymru I gael cymorth ymachol I maint I dymlis I gael. Roeddwn wedi bod yn rhan o'r ffeintiau hon es pumlin gan ddeparau bedrock calculator sydd ar ei wefan. Mae hwn y budd-daliadau a cyfleth gwael sy'n mynd I twnt i'r affesyn ar gov.uk. Hyd a hyn, eleni maid ei wedi nod 10 miliwn ar gyda bobl yn Cymru. Heddi roeddym yn parc o'n goffi ei bydd ei gwaith, hi I mynd ymlech nac oesen o blaen.
Hello, Val. Back from ddefnyddio, and I work for an organisation called Policy and Practice, and I get to spend a lot of time partnering with Welsh's vice bureaus, such as Cael went who's done a fantastic job to use our bedrock calculator to identify missing support households who are struggling to make ends meet. In the last year, we identified £4 million in unpaid benefits and put that cash straight in the pocket of households who need it most. It's fantastic to work with proactive Welsh organisations to really make a difference, especially during the cost of living crisis.
Bore Richard Owen Jones doing. I am a senior policy and data analyst at Policy and Practice, specialising in the Better Off calculator. For 10 years, the Better Off calculator has been at the centre of helping people across the UK to find what benefits they're eligible for, provide financial assessments to secure long-term sustainable housing, and to tackle the problems caused by debt. I'm so pleased to announce today at the Yw'r that we are launching a Welsh language version of the calculator. This is a first for us, and the first time that any benefit calculator has put the Welsh language front and centre of its functionality. We are delighted to be launching this at such an important Welsh language and cultural event.
Heddi roeddym yn lansio gyda budd-daliadau rhaid Gymraeg gyntaf. Am I tro cyntaf byd I Better Off calculator ar gael yn Gymraeg a Saesneg. Felly, hoffwn wahodd pawb yn sganio cod QR ar ei sgrin. Goffi 7 cwestiwn, symledu o rhan gallwn dweud laethau y cyr cyn dibgond o ffod yn Gymraes a cael cymffordd I canfael. Dyn ond munud ffond in I gund yn reid. Waith I ci, gwblhau I cadfaind, boeddyn y llad gan Adam ac Amy.
Shwmae pawb, Adam Dewey. I've been in policy practice for 6 years. Over those 6 years, I've had the pleasure of working with some amazing Welsh housing associations, including ADRA, North Wales Housing Association, Merthyr Valley Homes, Brook Cynefin, and pobl. To me, it's always been clear that a culture within Welsh housing associations is very resident-focused, preferring to sit down and help people individually to give them the best service and opportunities, as is reflected by many winning customer excellence scores. Over the last year, using the Policy and Practice Better Off calculator, we have helped more than 2,500 households to over £13.5 million in unlimited benefits. The average additional benefits identified per household per year was £5,414. This has led to decreased arrears, sustained tenancies, improved financial resilience and living standards, and happier, healthier, thriving communities. I'm looking forward to working with more housing associations across Wales to ensure every resident has access to the support that they need to provide a better life for all. Yw'r.
Taste. Tyro. You say space. Body use of extra legs. Because he did that day. It's general seasons. And the quote. Basically, one slice of the people persuaders for stand on happy.
Roedd wedi clywed lai o problemau, lai o atebion swy a waith, a naw gallin fwyaidd a candiau, wyddyn eu crowd gan niffau yn honwy yn yma yn honwy. Am gwaith mae'n nawn o wneud a sŵt mae eisos yn y cabael y faith. Yn dyn taboedden, yn eu crowd gan TM a Katie, yn a effaith moyn manu y braith.
Borda, Tiny Maria Dini. I'm one of the client services managers at Policy and Practice, working with our clients and councils, using data to tackle property across England, Scotland, and Wales. It's great to see the amazing work being done in Wales, especially the partnership working with the Welsh Government. And we're working together to deliver programs that are not just dealing with the symptoms of poverty, but with root causes. We're committed to delivering long-term solutions based on data. My clients have led on work with housing associations and other charity support partners to deliver a joined-up response to support vulnerable households.
About Louis, we're doing great good at policy practice, putting dole or fynd-daliadau and so. I need to for the low-income diet. Purchase that's door that as the roll that North Wales up Barfka that is us. We're growing it from up to really crackies. First up, you bay. Start using accept reports. For enable better use of data set to identify capital data. Using mistakes of it be able to identify also missing out certain benefits that help with playing a food factor too, improving iCloud for the long term.
Borda, Katie ydw. I am one of the client services managers at Policy and Practice. I joined Policy and Practice last year after 10 years in government development, working with the Lywodraeth to deliver support to vulnerable households to help them get the support they need that they are eligible for. I've seen firsthand how through the Lywodraeth councils have been able to support households, maximise incomes, avoid homelessness and improve social outcomes. It's great to see how this is now being rolled out across Wales to support households along the breadth of the country.
Working closely with Policy and Practice has been instrumental in helping us identify residents we need to seek out to vital financial support. It's enabled us to proactively reach out to individuals, such as those potentially out to perpetual credit, ensure that they're aware of and they reach that they are entitled. This approach has played a key role in our wider help with cost of living campaign, which is focused on making sure that all the target residents are supported to private living crisis, energy bills and inflation, but also the financial help and housing support available. We have been able to make a real difference in people's lives.
Gan dysgu o broffau casterneth October, a nwal gyda phedwar a 10 o chynghorau o'r ddefnyddio Ymunwch yn Nghymru. Dros I ffloethin nesaf bydd, I prospect I roi y traig a 10 William, a bonedd o godtogaeth unmarchau mhocedi pobl yn Nghymru. Hefyd, mae ysgolion yn cael 10 miliwn o bonedd mwyn ciliad ysgydroi. Yn osial a gostigiau mwyn gellid. A cos gofal cymendexol I oedfaen. Mae hyn o loi mwy o arian I ungolau rhai I walio ei wasanthiau chlwyl handbol eraill. Roedd hi nawr y clywed dan Dalen Mata am I Zeo Benfro, Joanne I Powys, Matthew Evans a Wrexham.
Helo fawr, ben y fi yn Darren ac roedd gwennaeth o samanau Ffraint yn yngor i reid. Roedd wedi clywed pobl siarad heddiw am ein gwaith y fi o Siw Benfro ac yn benodol ynglyn yn defnydd o'r platfform lift fel I hefyd gan polisi ydys. Dylwn ni ddweud nad ydw i'n siarad Cymraeg rwy'n eto, ond rwy'n dysgu'r grŵp. Felly, byddaiwch I ni os bydda yn camlafaru heddiw wrth I siarad am rhan I yn ddau gwaith a fi lleau ddodi a eisiau. Am 2 blynedd bellach, roedd wedi'u arwain I gwaith ar y diwrnod a fynd I afael ddodi gan fod gan Sibendro rai o'r cylchgraddau ddodi bant. Waethaf fi. Rydym i'n gwybod bod ddodi am broblem barffus ac yn sy'n tyfu yng Nghymru yn arbennig. Erbyn hyn, bydd hi'n opsiwn I wneud dim. Dyna pam sefydlwyd hwn I ddatblygu strategaeth ar gyfer mynd i'r afael ddodi yn nifer o ffrwd gwaith gysylltiedig. Yn ystod y gwaith hwn rydym wedi ynnal 2 bydd benhadledd o glodi a wedi sefydlu sawl grŵp gwaith penodol I gyflwyno prosiectau wahanol I gael mynd i'r afael ar mater Sibeni. I fi, dylfennau o gwasanaethau dant, mae ddodi rhaid effaith sylweddol ar alw am ei gwasanaethau gan fod cynnydd mewn ddodi wedi dangos cynnydd yn nifer o bangryn gofal. Wrth wneud ymchwil I edl a o'i awdurdodau lleol eraill yn ei wneud. Daethyn ar draws y ffactor bornau'n teulu o wisel neu low gan adwy tractor, sef gyda gweithwyr a sicnau o tralfa a sawl diwrnod llunau yn rannu eu pobl-daliadau eu ddefnyddio a bod i'r gynnyfyr defnydd o budd-daliadau yn ein ardalodd. Ydym wedi sefydlu grŵp sy'n cynnwys strategiau mewnol ac allanol gan defnyddio platfform. Rydym ei gallu godi o hartau pobl sy'n gymaint I hawlio budd-daliadau o rhyw barth ond nad ydnynt eto'r hawlio budd-daliadau hynny. Ein cam nesaf, yno yw'r gyfroi y byddwn yn ysgrifennu a dyfodol i'w hysbysu ar eu hawliau ac i'w tywys at camau y mae angen iddynt eu cymryd debyg o'i hawlio budd-daliadau ni. Rydym wedi dyfynu strategaeth a wedi gwybod I wenddeiliadau allweddol partneriaid am yr ydgyrchoedd gan y byd yn rhoi sefyllwyr I bobl mewn bwysau mae achosion hynafol o sganiau fel eu hwdla. Ei hamgyrch cyntaf I cyrraedd bobl sy'n gymwys I credyd eisiau ond mas ydynt eto hawlio a byddwn yn gwneud mewn byd I canlyniadau I hawlwyr bynigol cynghorau hwnna fi dros y beirdd. Gofynnar, nid yw'r fudd-daliadau hyd o fydd a diwnydd I bobl nid fydd arwya o arian yn ei gedi, ond byddant hefyd yn golygu bydd i'r economi leol ac I awdurdod lleol eithi gyda llai o risg o'r ddigartrefedd. Wedi'u sef ffyngor yn rent mae hwn yn bobl gallu talu am ei gwasanaethau. effaith platformi yn arfod yn drawsnewiddio I benfro ac rydym yn edrych ymlaen yn symud ymlaen gyda rhai borth o ymgypwau a fwy o fudd-daliadau maes ola. Diolch am wrando, chymerwch o.
Hi, my name's Joanne Bennett. I'm the Senior Awards and Money Advice Officer for Paris County Council. Paris County Council are part of the pilot scheme under the LIFT programme, where we use data to identify and support households that are most at risk of poverty in Wales. It's about being proactive and reaching people before they hit crisis point. So far in-house, we've started delivering targeted campaigns like our cost of living support letters, offering tailored advice directly to households identified through the data. We also run yw'r campaign, which encourages eligible residents to claim personal independence payment. This helps them find some financial support that they may not realise that they were entitled to. In addition to this, they're continuing to build on the successes by working even more closely with schools and community groups to bring budgeting and benefits advice directly to where it's needed best.
Hello, I'm Matt Rose, Head of Service for Abuse and Benefits for Wrexham Council Council. We're pleased to be working with Policy and Practice and Welsh Government in looking at trying to maximise the income of households who may be on low incomes. So we're looking at using data in a way to help people, if we can identify people who are entitled to additional benefits. We intend to engage with them and help them improve their financial circumstances.
Gyda 2 biliwn heb yn halio yn Cymru, mae angen I ni I gweithio I claudio gael ddefnyddio offer fel Welsh Language Universal Benefits Calculator. Mae Universal Credit yn fydd-daliadau yn ei gwaith ac mae'n effeithio yn gymlodd arall. Cael cymorth I rai sy'n colli allan a bopeth i'n cam nesaf. Mae'r lan fwyaf o bobl yn colli allan o rhaid nad ydyn nhw'n gwybod beth i'n cam cyntaf y gymoedd. Cynghorau, cyffolgwyr, ffrindiau, cymodrion, elustinau, Llywodraethau, mae angen I bob ddefnyddio fenclau gwaith. Felly o Dwynedd, loethyn I eisiau gorffen gyda ddechrau. Hwn gan fi mod I medler a'i bod hi'n coethro'r gwaith. Roedd ni wedi gydma nawr. Galbleth I ni beidio y gydal un gwaith. Hwn fod y ben. Diolch.